0% tax increase for 3 years in a row was not done by being foolhardy. We clearly understand our mandate to look after the best interests of our residents, and this will never be compromised. It's my hope that this Memorandum of Understanding will be finalized and released in the coming months and will be subject to independent third-party review. And again, I'm just adding these words, that report will be shared at that time as well. In the meantime, I've requested our staff to prepare an easy method for residents, businesses, and community associations to formally table their questions and concerns at markham.ca. I'm also on record, as I think many members of council are, for releasing the consultants' reports to members of council and have instructed staff to release them. This would be in addition to the numerous presentations that council has already received on these same reports. I'd also like to ask everyone to deal with this issue constructively and factually. Although it is easy to criticize, I can tell you with many years of experience that it's not easy to attract a major commercial endeavor that will benefit our community. In fact, we're the envy of many municipalities across the country with this proposal and with many other investments that we have secured here in Markham. I'd like to also suggest that it's challenging to blend private enterprise with government. Notwithstanding, Markham has a strong record and a commitment to always do what's best for our residents. And I wanted to outline that so that everyone clearly understood where we are in the proposal. And it's not unlike many things that our council has had to deal with in the past. We get a number of people knocking on our doors suggesting they want to make investment in our community. Sometimes it's private sector, sometimes it's the provincial and federal government who wants us to exercise an opportunity under a program that they've released. And there's also been other opportunities where we've had the private sector come in and make suggestions about public-private partnership. And this is clearly one of those particular cases where we've had that opportunity presented to us. And I think it's a question that we work through that process and find out whether in fact we can come up with an arrangement that is satisfactory to our council, to our staff, and certainly reaps benefits for this community. And we'll get into some of that further detail, as I said, in some of the future meetings, because then we'll be able to present to you the full Memorandum of Understanding, which will form the basis of any agreement down the road. Tonight, though, as we always had planned, is for the public to see what's being proposed, to see where it's being proposed, and to also hear the conditions that our planning staff have required of the applicant if this project were to proceed. And it's only if the project would proceed that they would have to fulfill all the commitments of what's being applied for. So I just wanted everybody to sort of have an appreciation for what's happening tonight. And as I said, we spent the better part of last week making more broader presentations, and I'm happy to go to more. I know that a couple of the ratepayer associations have also invited me to come and make presentations there on the entire proposal, other aspects of the proposal, and we'll be holding our own meetings here at the Markham Civic Center, presenting all of the information once that MOU is fully put together. So with that, we do have probably about 45 minutes of presentation. We are going to hear from both consultants and our staff, and then if we can, we'll deal with the questions. I'd like to deal with the issues related to site plan this evening, because that's why we're here. And then when we have the other meeting on the financial framework or Memorandum of Understanding, we'll do a fulsome presentation on that as well. And that'll be the opportunity to ask questions and get clarification on the Memorandum of Understanding. So this is kind of like a planning meeting tonight. That's the best way I would describe it. And Markham always does, even with other applications, sometimes hold local community meetings to show residents of that area what's being proposed. And other times we hold broader meetings for the public. And I think because this is a blend of a public-private partnership, while it's a planning meeting tonight, I know others have other comments they wish to make, but I'd really like to stay focused on the planning aspect of it tonight. And as I said, we can hold another meeting even as early as a week or two, and being able to provide, at least what we have to date, much of the information that we provided last week at the open public meetings. And I know I see some faces of people that came to those and heard those presentations and got that information, and I'm happy to go out and certainly meet with other groups as well to do the same thing. So with that, before I let staff start, I would just like to introduce Graham Rouston in an opportunity to really introduce the team, the professional team that's been put together, guiding the site plan application and some of the preliminary work that had to be done early on, but primarily the team that has been given the responsibility of designing and planning this facility in the context of Markham Center, our downtown area, which I think everybody knows is immediately just south and east of here. So Mr. Rouston, if you'd like to come forward, and then before your consultants start,